Hey everybody, how's it going today? Ian back here with you, Entertainment Examiner. Hey, the Academy Award nominations were recently announced, and there were 9 Best Picture nominees, 8 of which I had seen, and now I've seen number 9 and hope to see the 10th one I have not seen, Phantom Thread, coming up this week. The 9th film, or the 8th film I did not see, was Call Me By Your Name. This is an Italian-made, a very low budget picture. If it evidence from the opening credits just how many people were involved in making this movie. It is a picture that is based on a book and set in the summer of 1983 in Italy, where we have a college professor played by Michael Stuhlbarg, one of my favorite character actors. I always love Michael Stuhlbarg in anything he's in. He meets an assistant, an American assistant, that has come to Italy, played by Armie and probably one of his best performances. He is an archaeology professor, and they are kind of going to be uncovering some rare artifacts that we see later on in the movie. The professor's son, Elio, is played by Timothee Chalamet, a 22-year-old actor who received his first Oscar nomination, and man, what a performance he gives in this film. This is a film about, it's coming of age, but also discovery and discovering yourself. Elio does have a young girlfriend, but upon meeting Oliver, he doesn't like him very much, but soon they do spark up a romantic relationship. Or not relationship, more of like a summer fling, if you will, because Oliver's only there for a short 6 months, and then he has to go back to America. So they really do develop something. When Oliver leaves, some of the best stuff that Timothée Chalamet does in the film is when Oliver has to go home, and they've really connected and really been drawn to each other, and it's these scenes that really bring out these two actors. I think Chalamet and Hammer really give fine performances here, and I can definitely see why Chalamet was up for the Oscar, because his character of Elio is so distraught and dismayed and saddened when this person that he's developed these feelings for has to leave. And also the movie gives us gorgeous cinematography. The scenes are just beautifully shot. And everything from 1983 is very prevalent in the film. From the music, there's a really interesting dance club sequence where I really noticed Chalamet's acting was in this scene. There's just so much on his face that he's kind of developing, different feelings here. And the movie is very well directed, and I thought that the script by James Ivory, 93-year-old, I think James Ivory wrote this really fine script, and he did all those Merchant Ivory pictures from the 90s that you may remember, like Howard's End and The Remains of the Day and A Room with a View. I didn't think James Ivory was still around doing things, so it's kind of nice to see him back and making a film that is set in the 80s, but still is a romantic story between these two people. The movie kind of ends a little bit, not make your own ending, but it kind of ends a little empty. But it really doesn't need to have a finite ending, because, Oliver's gone and Elio's still with his parents, and we know what happens later on because they both speak, but it's just a film about kind of finding yourself and finding, these two finding each other. And it's a really well done film because of that. I did have some flaws with the plot itself. It moves rather slow at times, and they're just scenes that I felt didn't need to be there. But I thought Call Me By Your Name is a really fine film. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 4 and a B rating. And nothing really elevated this for me, but the performances are so strong here. That was really kind of the one element that I clung to throughout the movie. Especially young Timothee Chalamet. Man, he was also in Lady Bird this year. What a great career that young actor is going to have. Armie Hammer, Michael Stuhlbarg give fine work. It's a fine film, and if it's a film that you think you would enjoy or get something out of, I definitely recommend seeing it. It's up for 4 Oscars, I believe: picture, actor, adapted screenplay, and original song. So if you're like me and want to see all the Best Picture nominees, check it out. So that's all I have for this edition of Entertainment Examiner. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.